Right. Third live stream of the day. First one, 6:45. Harlequins against Sale. Second one, 3 o'clock. 3:05. Harlemers, Hurricanes, and the final one for today is the Reds and the Rebels. How is everybody doing? I can see Mark is here. Don't forget to wear your Reds jersey, bro. It's a bit cold. I've decided to sook out and go neutral with the Canes gear. Big Will is back. He's been here for all three as well. How you doing, mate? It's been a long day for you. Darnell, how did your game go, brother? Did you get the W against, what was it, Coffs Harbour? Ruben says records are there to be broken. Indeed. Indeed. One of these days I'll do 4. Novmum didn't win Powerball. Oh, man. I got a ticket. I have not checked it. Alaran, how's it going, buddy? Darnell says we won. Good man. Very good man. How many tries did you score today? Big Will, great day of rugby and live streams. Where's your missus in all this? She's allowing you to watch 3 games? I'm surprised I get away with it. Scooter, how's it going, man? We're about 5 minutes away from the game. Hopefully it should be a good one. Darnell, did you smash them, bro? Darnell's a bit of a try scorer from memory. Mark Dunphy says, have some milk. I've got more beer, believe it or not. So I'm breaking all records with that as well. Nice food takeaways will give me a bit of grief for having 4 beers in a day. He'll say that I'm exceeding my limits. We go on next week, semi-final, and you only scored 1. Only scored 1. That's still not bad, man. Not bad. We'll take 1. Last week was like 4, so 1's still alright. It's 19-17, bro. That's a close game. Your try was a difference maker for sure. No misses this weekend, hence the rugby bench. Man, where's she's at? Aren't you guys supposed to be limiting your movements as well, or are you guys pretty much free reign over there? How many beers have I had? I had 2 with the previous game. I think that's about it. I don't think I had any with dinner. I had water. What can I say? But you didn't carry on drinking, so it doesn't count. Yeah, that's true. You need to keep drinking in between, which I did not. I took my kids for a walk, bought a lotto ticket, haven't checked it. Hopefully it's a winner, but I doubt it. That's the kind of way lotto works. No Geza. No, man. Too late for him. Too late for Geza. Your Canes lost, Mark. I know. They missed out on a few tries. They were denied. Working hard, Sam. If you can call sitting down rugby, watching, drinking beer, if you can call that working, then yes. Yes, I'm working very hard. Reds by 10 and Dalguna to score first. Not bad. Sensible pick. Michael's got the Rebels by 3. Darnell is the leading try scorer of the season with 19. Keep it up, man. Keep your training. Keep your fitness. Don't get distracted. You're on the right track for sure. Remember me from the earlier game. How could I forget? Can't believe that New Zealand Super Rugby is over. I know, Sam. It's tough. It's been very good. Simon's interested in the Rebels winning. Pottersphere just got back from a game. My team lost. Well, Darnell's team won. What did they win by? 1917? 1917. Did you lose 1917? Because Darnell's team might have beaten you. Elron's got Rebels by 2. I've got Reds by 5. But that being said, this week I'm none from 2. So there you go. What do I know? Rebels by 11. Rebels by 5. Hans, good morning, sir. How many more weeks is the AU comp? We're just over halfway. Just over halfway. This is round 7, so we've still got round 8, 9, and 10. Plus second plays third for a final spot, and then there's the final. So we still got a good month and a bit. Oh, James O'Connor's running out of his own goal area. Goodness me. Let's hope their defense is a bit better than last week. Exit anytime. There we go. If you guys want to know where I'm at, so you need to pause me or not, I'm just coming up to a minute. Now it's 1 minute. That's where I'm at. I feel like, I know the crowd's limited, but that seems like a better crowd than recent weeks. We got a hiding 37-3, and me and the pack got kind of mowed. Oh well. At least you got 3 points. You didn't get kind of blanked. So there's always that. You goal kicker. Slotted one. Oh, we're only a minute and 40 in. I was about to say my pick of the Reds is looking a bit ominous because the Rebels have been all down the Reds' end, but the Reds have won a penalty at the breakdown. Dwayne, Reds, it's still 0-0, man, after about 2 minutes, so we will wait and see. Still in the Reds half. Line out ball. What are the Reds got this week? Only a Blues fan will find something positive from 37-3. Yeah, the Blues have had some tough years, man. What can I say? Hmm. 2 minutes in. I know. I'm none from 2, so I'm already feeling it. Waiting for Song and Thor to do something dumb. Hopefully he keeps his discipline this week, mate. Heading to my game right now. Wish me luck, guys. Good luck, Hans. In the stream, we're 50-50. Darnell had a win. Whereas name I've forgotten. Potosphere. There you go. Potosphere had a bit of a hiding. So good luck, Hans. Let's hope you're the one that makes the difference. Pretty sure they're allowed up to 10k in the crowd. I'm not sure if people aren't going to the game or if they've changed the limit of the crowd. It looks better than previous weeks. I don't know. I can just see more bums on the seats, that's all. Better than 37-0. There you go. Where are all these games being played? This one's at Suncorp in Brisbane. Tough year. Talk about the Chiefs. Chiefs were doing okay pre-lockdown. Remember they beat the Crusaders? Out on the full, Hodge. On paper, at the start of the season, I thought the Reds have the ammo. Seems gelling as a unit. The hard part, Dwayne. Yeah, bro. They've got a lot of young guns, eh? But they just tend to switch off either in periods of a game or for the majority of a game, apparently. So, still a bit of a mixed bag. Fleshin, good morning, sir. How are you? It's good evening here. Thank you. Talking about everyone in the chat playing games. There you go. Whoa, big defense by the Rebels. Tyres offload, went straight to the dirt. There's an Aussie rules match as well in Brisbane that could be affecting the crowd numbers. Okay. I actually think these crowd numbers looked okay compared to previous weeks. Scrum time's going to be a fascinating one. Cameron Orr has been really good thus far. It looks pretty steady both sides. Oh, Deegan, the soft hands to Korobedi. Numbers. Oh, good play by the Rebels. They're on the 22. Thought Pataya was a centre. He's versatile, man. He's a bit of a utility. Did you find the Highlanders Hurricanes game exciting despite no crowd in attendance? It was still alright, man. It was very running. It was something like a Barbars game, to be honest. The fake crowd noise was a bit jarring at times. How's the game? Better than the Quins game? Oh, still too early to say, mate. It's only 7 minutes, almost 6 minutes and 50 seconds, so we will see. The previous game, the Hurricanes against the Highlanders, was about as opposite from that game as it gets. But it's at the opposite end of the season. It was the last game, nothing on the line, compared to the first game back, very rusty, and neither side really probably wanting to lose it. It was a fun game except for the Canes setting themselves up for failure. Canes didn't have their best game. The Rebels should surely kick this one, so we will probably be 3-0. I'm going to go watch Lismore versus Ikua tomorrow, semi-final. Whoever wins that goes through to the grand final next 2 weeks. Sounds like a plan. Sure enough, that's a penalty. Reno. 2 cents. Batman's back again after fighting the Joker. Big Will hates this ref. What's his name? He's a talker, that's for sure. Crowd noises sounded realistic, but it felt random. Yeah, it felt out of place at times, which is what was jarring. It needs to be subtle. Read about the Canes Highlanders sounded like a fun game. Yeah, bro. Put it this way. Hurricanes Highlanders about 1,300 run meters, whereas Sale against Quins was about 400. But like I said, very different games played at different ends of the season and whatnot. Big V8 show, how's it going, sir? Jordan, hello. Mark is relentless with the streams. I was kind of umming and ahhing about this one, and I asked who would be up for it, and enough people said they would be up for it that I was like, okay, if you're up for it, I'm up for it. But I do need to wet my whistle. I'm feeling those beers I drank for you last night, says Flesh into Big Will. Pataya. Oh, he's just short. Just short. Surely the Reds are going to score here. Remember, if they get held up, it's a dropout. It's not a 5-meter scrum. That's a penalty. Mate, your work at Sates. There must be a spelling thing there. Jake, hey Mark, hope your family well. And sucks about the game being cancelled tomorrow, but what can you do? Jake, yeah, bro, it is what it is. Health and safety first. As much as that sucks that the game got canned, it just is what it is, eh? A lot worse things have happened to people in recent times, so it can still suck and we can still complain about it, but ultimately, not the end of the world. Fluky, you're going to watch it anyway, so you might as well stream it. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes when I'm sitting there watching it by myself, if the game does get a bit dull, I'll be sitting there on my phone. I admit it. Like, sometimes I get distracted. Chicken wings! You haven't been here for ages, you're right. How's it going, man? Do you like doing states for games? What does that mean? Oh, stats. Stats. I love stats. I love stats. I don't like gathering stats. That part kind of sucks, but I like looking at stats. Fox Sports usually has really good Super Rugby stats, which are very easy to digest, but for Aotearoa and for AU, they're not doing them, so you got to get them manually, which, trust me, does suck and take a long time. Big Will's just opened up a new slab. Is it Great Northern tonight, or what are we doing? 4X? Corona. Right, the Reds, if you're not watching it, they're 10 phases in, and the Rebels 22. So the Rebels' defense is looking pretty solid. They're kind of just static at the minute. I had coffee in the Premiership game this morning so I can make up for the beer consumption of this game. Yes, I was the same. Oh, McDermott's tapped it. No, not on the mark. Corona, Big War. Good man. There we go. How appropriate, given the current times we're living in. My family have forced me to become a Blues fan. Good. Welcome to the family, man. Welcome. We welcome you with open arms. What's time in New Zealand? It is almost 9:30 in the evening. Tamua is giving Tate McDermott a bit of lip and giving him a wink. You're going to stuff this up, mate. Winkety winkety. Probably something much more witty than that, actually. Sports Channel has a favourite rugby commentators. My favourite is probably Matt Pearce from Supersport. Relatively neutral, very good pronunciation of names, and just calls the game pretty smoothly. So yes, what a scrum by the Reds. Goodness me, somebody's got his pants down. McDermott maybe kind of stuffed that up, but Petaya did not. There's our first try. There's that Reds pack. Was that in my Aussie accent? No, it definitely was not. Or was it? I don't know. It's been a long day. I'm not sure about the hairdo, but Pitaya did pretty well with that one. Big Will. Pitaya. Indeed, man. He's good. Corona to you. Yeah, bro. I hope he stays fit. Because he's a bloody pocket rocket, that man. Actually, he's probably not that small. He's probably pretty big. Should hear Afrikaans commentary, Mark. They have all these old Springboks who talk so much crap since it's only a South African language. They are 100% biased, and they can be that way. Nobody's going to call them on it. Maybe unless the Dutch start watching rugby and they can somehow understand what's being said. Sometimes the really biased guys are kind of refreshing, though, in that they're not kind of being... Ooh, he has trouble. Oh, Carabidi can't control it. Sometimes the guys who are trying to be neutral end up doing the kind of like backhanded compliments to people. So, yeah. Watching this game while drinking beer, I just started drinking. Good man. What are you drinking? I have to say, Red's logo is one of my favorites in Super Rugby. The Angry Koala. Or Drop Bear, maybe. Who's Pataya? He's the Reds winger. Heard they're thinking about moving north or south to the Cape Town. Yeah, if they can't keep it at Eden Park, they'll move it south. Hopefully I'll get a refund. The biased ones, in my opinion, are pretty funny. Yeah, I watched one Ireland game with some old Irish fella as the commentator, and he was so refreshing in that he was just 100% biased. Like, everything was like, anything Ireland did, they got penalised. He was like, I don't think that's fair. And anytime, was it against England? Anytime England did something, he was calling them cheats and stuff, so it was proper refreshing. Tupou should be one of the first to run onto the ball. The ruck, he just stands 3 men out looking. He needs to do more work. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Supposedly what Graham Henry used to do when he would scout guys is he would just watch them play. Like that player cam idea. He just watches that one player. Musili into Tupou. But like, how quickly does he get up off the ground? Is he cleaning out at the rucks? What's he doing when he's not scoring or, you know, carrying the ball? Darnell plays wing. Good man. Maybe you can gun for his spot one of these days if you want to play for Brad Thorne. Worst commentators. Who do I not like listening to? Most Kiwis would say Justin Marshall, but I don't mind him as much as others. Drinking Heineken because my grandpa has a whole room of Heineken bottles he got before lockdown began. Good man. Ref is Damon Murphy, that's right. Damon. Phil Kearns. That's probably true. That's probably true. Phil Kearns is not the best. Hello from South Africa. I love the vids. Do you think South Africa will try to stay with Sansa or try our luck with Europe? I wouldn't blame South African rugby for looking to Europe, man, after the attitude that New Zealand and Australia have kind of shown towards them. I wouldn't blame them. You any relation to Jan Serfontein? Or... I just listen to any commentator here. Awesome stuff, my bro. Love your rugby ethos and available too. I appreciate that, bro. Hope you're watching the game. It's almost 20 minutes in. Yes, but not directly. Okay, well, that's cool that you know you're related. I would like Red to change your name to the Koalas. It doesn't have the same ring to it. You miss having Mex dead in the commentary. He was a bit hit and miss. Ooh, big kick from Jock Campbell. He's gone for the 50-22. Or was that like a 22-22? That would have been massive. Are you getting a Sapphire ticket? I must have missed something. What's a Sapphire ticket? Australians should get Honey Badger as the commentator. He is hilarious. You can listen to him all day long. Although, even him being on that... Do you guys know he was on like a dating show? The Bachelor. He was on The Bachelor in Australia. I never watched it. Even though I quite liked the Honey Badger, I couldn't bring myself to watch that kind of show. Sorry. Has European rugby made any statement about South Africa coming north? Every time they're asked about it, they just make umming and ahhing sounds like, yeah, we're in discussions, we're always open for opportunities, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Pro 14 boss pretty much said that. Was it a friend's birthday until like 1 a.m. and missed the Highlanders game and watched the highlights? Was it an amazing game? Leo, I've described it as kind of like watching a Barbars game. Lots of running. 3 tries chalked off for the Canes, so crazy, crazy game. Badger was horrendous on The Bachelor. Why? What did he do? What a classic this is. It's alright. It's a bit tentative. But I think this is a good example of why 50-22s maybe shouldn't be a thing. Because the kicking, it's getting a bit... Let's both of us keep looking for a 50-22 if we can sneak one in. And less running it. Sapphire ticket is the Blues' way of keeping some cash from the cancelled Satyrs game, hoping people don't take refunds and watch the game at a later stage. Oh, I didn't get a ticket to that game, so that's why I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I couldn't get a ticket. I tried to buy one, but I couldn't get one. They were already sold out. He didn't pick anyone. Maybe he just wasn't into any of them. Maybe that's like refreshingly honest, right? Ooh. Rebels have got a penalty. I have to revoke people's man cards if they openly admit to watching The Bachelor. Yeah, I haven't been able to do reality TV for quite some time. What can I say? Did you go to any of the Blues games? I went to the opener against the Canes. I went to the away game against the Chiefs in Hamilton. And then I went to the home game against the Highlanders. Where's my dad? He'll be in bed by this time. What's the point of the show? Isn't it for them to get hitched or at least find love? But it all seems a bit forced, right? What if you don't even like the person that they're supposed to be setting you up with? Anyway, why are we talking about that? It's randomness. I almost went to New Zealand before COVID. Would you have been able to get home? Australian reality TV makes me glad I don't live there. Reality TV just generally isn't very good. The reason they make it is because it's cheap to make. You don't have to pay actors. You just get local people who want to be on TV. My local football team did that with their season tickets. Oh, that's cool. Oh man, look at that stash that Dave Vessels is rocking. Barely any TV is worth watching. I'm kind of in that boat as well, man. I don't get much time to watch TV other than rugby. It has to be pretty good if I'm going to watch it. Mean segue topic. I know it's a bit random. Do you think South African teams will lose competitiveness if they just go with a domestic comp like the Curry Cup instead of going to another international comp? I don't think so, but we might see more of maybe a divergence in gameplay. Oh, that wasn't straight. Like maybe the South African comp would feel more South African in terms of the tactics the teams are playing. Like remember when Robbie Fleck tried to turn the Stormers into the Crusaders into the Chiefs, basically with the offloading game. Whereas then like Rob Dupree Senior was like, screw you guys, I'm gonna play kicking game all day long, which he didn't really follow through with, but yeah. I also had a backpack trip to New Zealand planned for July. Eek. Will you be staying up for the Gloucester game? I don't think so, man. I was tempted. And if I hadn't got up for the first game at 6:45, which I woke up at 6:34, I might have. But I don't think I will. Big Will will be here, though. Well, he'll be watching the game. Gavin Henson is a douche. Where'd that come from? Dalgunu. Oh, what's an offload? Pangamosa. He's got it. And we're never going to stop him from there. You shouldn't. Premiership rugby is pretty boring anyway. Today's game wasn't a classic, the one that I watched, but it wasn't... it's not really fair to compare at the minute. Whoa, what's a line break by Campbell, man? Good stuff for my pick for the Reds. Massive amount of South Africans being bought by European teams. I can't blame the players, man. They just need the coin. But I'm not sure how much good that does English rugby. Oh, Big Will. Cheers, man. That's how the Reds roll, baby. It was a hell of an offload from Dalguna. And then Callaway tried to stop playing Amosa. That was never going to happen. See what happens when you stop kicking and run with the ball. Apparently he's kicked it. Oh, double-barreled names take up a lot of space. Need a better whiteboard marker. Let's try this one next time. Life is good, rugby and beer, indeed. Kids are in bed, rugby's on. I'm Chester Money, it's good for the economy while they come back with foreign reserves. Do most of the guys go back to South Africa to retire, or like it seems like a lot of them do, right? It's a good finish. Yeah, Paying must hit it well to get the ball down. Oh, did I just miss a 50-22 while I was faffing about there? Who kicked it? Oh, it's going to be a maul turnover. It's not coming out. Not going anywhere. Most retire in South Africa. That's good. Quite a few come back to farm. Nice. John Barclay announced his retirement. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter like a couple of hours ago. Fair enough. He's... How old is he now? Would he be like 34? Or more? How many pieces of rugby kit do I own? I don't know. Last count it was like 80. But I haven't counted for a while. The only guy I know who stayed abroad is Ashley Johnson. Fair enough. Don't you have a problem with the USA in the Rugby World Cup? But I do have a problem with Australia, who seriously screwed up their own rugby scene. Yeah, Aussie rugby's kind of not in the best state, that's true. 33, goodness me, it's not that old. Rebels could certainly use a score before half time. 14-3. This competition's all over the place, man. There's not consistency from these teams, apart from the Force and the Brumbies. Even the Force, though, in their losses have been up and down. Steyn is back where he belongs. Yeah, quite a few guys have gone back to Bloemfontein, eh? Eight minutes to go in this half. Rebels are 8 phases in. They don't want to mess it up here. What about Russia hosting the World Cup? Oh, they've knocked it on. Oh, here's danger. What the hell was that? Goodness me, that's ballsy. Was that Jock Campbell seriously doing like a soccer cross kick pass in his own goal? Are you kidding me? What? I think Pataya's milked that for all it's worth, to be honest. Just mine. Pure luck, yeah. It was random. I'm surprised they haven't replayed it. It was madness. South Africans might earn a lot more up here, but the cost of living are a lot. It costs a lot more to live up here while they're earning it. Maybe that's why they go back to South Africa. That fortune they've earned in the UK or France is worth a lot more when they go back to South Africa. Where's this no arms shot from Matt Phillip? Doesn't seem like much in that. Someone should show Rob Dupree how to do that little kick pass. His one from this morning wasn't the best, was it? Have Argentina been in the talks? I've seen some of the Jaguares home games. It looks like they get good crowds. Jaguares have made it to the final. They've let a lot of their players go, man. Heaps of their players have been signing for other clubs. And no, Aaron Smith hasn't retired. No, no, no. Why not have our new comp with South African teams instead of Aussies judging from what's being played there? Your feelings? I think it's the travel that the administrators want to get rid of, to be honest. And the time zones. Those are the two killers. My dad went hunting last week and today delivered 34 kgs of biltong. Bro, what the hell is he hunting? Didn't know you could hunt biltong. 5 minutes to go in the first half. I don't know that the Rebels are going to score, man. I think my pick so far is looking pretty decent. Rob Dupree is the worst expat from South Africa since that name. That probably is a joke that went above my head. I'm sure there's been worse South African exports than that. Just in Impala, but the meat went for biltong. Impala biltong. Sounds alright. Probably can't get that over here. You can get biltong, but goodness knows what it's made of. Is AJ McGinty not a better 10? Rob's probably better at running the ball. Whether he's better at the rest of the game, I don't know. Rob's a pretty big guy. I'd like to see what the size difference is. I get the feeling he's probably got a few centimetres and a few kgs on AJ, but I stand to be corrected. Callaway's lining up. Kick. It's average. Jock Campbell's really grown as a player. He's impressing me for sure. He's doing really well. Saracens v Stormers. I haven't even seen that confirmed. Someone else mentioned it in the stream earlier. I heard it being talked about, but I haven't seen it confirmed. Is it legit to go? Good to go? Oh, don't read that rugby onslaught one, man. That one's just nonsense. It's I think it's a bit of a piss take. Right, here we go. Rebels' best chance. Turnover ball. Reds are on the back foot. Can they get some quick ball? Hit them while they're a bit disjointed. Tamua the kick. Dalgoon is there. At Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They're expecting a big crowd then. Not 100% confirmed. Okay. Oh, Reds have got another penalty. Personally, do you like Super 8s come from Australia? Is it the best solution? Maybe. Some kind of Champions League might be the best solution. To at least keep everyone together, even if we're keeping them apart. Oh, they've missed touch. Goodness me. Come on, guys. Since that Pangamosa try, this game's dried up a little bit. Come on, guys. We need a bit more from you, please. Oh, Super Almusili. Okay, those guys going head to head. That's worth the price of admission. That was pretty glorious. Tight head on tight head. Jeez, that's hilarious. That's my favorite moment of the game so far. I think Super might have him in the bulk stage, so I think he's a bit heavier. Fatamosili might be a bit quicker. Don't know. Finally, Tupo, that's my boy. Yeah, he put in a big shot there. Right, 25 seconds to go. Can the Rebels get at least another penalty before halftime? Oh, Karabetes knocked it on. He's having a bit of a mare. I think they'll just put it out here, surely. Paisami's not looking in a good way. Yeah, Paisami's not looking well at all. Check out the halftime stats in just a tick. Usually takes them about a minute or two to update after the whistle is blown. Decent first half by the Reds. Big Will will take it. Yeah, me too. I might actually get one bloody pick right. Who has been picking what for this one is the question. Reds, Rebels. It's got an ad. Close the ad. Only 29% of people pick the Reds, so I'll be getting an upset win if I get this one. Please get this one. Stats are not yet updated. Rugby Onslaught instantly went from credible to troll. G-Man, I think, did a bit of a video about that one. Anyone tell me where the Powerball winners were from? Anybody from Auckland win Powerball? Or was it all from the rest of the country? New Zealand had a jackpot lottery today of $50 million. That was like, it must go. Even if nobody wins the Powerball, they're going to Just give it to the highest division winner. Halftime stats, possession 58% to the Reds, territory 53% to the Reds. Knock-ons has been okay, only 1 by the Reds, 3 by the Rebels. No results yet now, bugger. I irrationally hate the red scrum half. I think it's his ridiculous haircuts. His haircuts have improved, man. They did start off atrociously poor. But his gameplay has kind of won me over. Run meters 198 to 183. Jeez, tackling. The Reds got the message from last week. They're at 95%. The Rebels are at 86, which is usually pretty good, but is in comparison seems pretty good. Both sides have made 56 tackles. There you go. They wound up G-Man clearly trolling South Africans with their spoof articles about the box cheating. Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into that one, to be honest. Here he's a tight ass and doesn't pay for anything, including haircuts. I cut my own hair. I guess that makes me a bit of a tight ass. Either that or I'm just married and I don't care anymore. What can you say? Are you not wearing quite a big jacket? It's a bit chilly here, bro. Still winter. It's a really fine day today, so no cloud cover tends to mean it gets colder in the evening. Patai's haircut is a bit ordinary too. Yeah. Gonna say 50 million split between 3 winners. Lotto's a bit of a rip-off, to be honest. Your odds of winning are so bad. But it's that human nature that makes you think, could be me. Could be me. I swear this is the biggest crowd we've seen at the Reds ground this year. Yeah, but your haircut looks normal. Yeah, I'm not going for anything too outlandish when I cut my hair, to be honest. Tate looks like a mushroom. Yeah, don't go for the mushroom look, as generally, like, cut your own hair 101. Don't look like a mushroom. According to Big Will, wearing a blue shirt is a babe magnet. Maybe you should care. So maybe you should care about your hair. I guess if I'm wearing a blues shirt and I've got a bad haircut, it cancels each other out, right? Attractive, unattractive, so there you go. Elton Yankees. I think a lot of people can't stand Elton Yankees because he's had some pretty bad do's over the years, eh? He's really had a lot of bad haircuts. Don't know what the new comp will look like, but hope the big derby matches aren't as often as they were in Aotearoa. It feels like there's more excitement when the big games aren't too often. Yeah, we'll have to see. Do we know what the Wednesday game is going to be? Not that I'll be here since I'm in school, we're just wondering. I have put a poll on my Patreon page to ask people what they want to watch. I gave 3 choices. I will check the poll now to see how it's looking. I gave options of Auckland Grammar against Kings, which is New Zealand schoolboy rugby from this year. That is coming last of 3. I picked Munster Gloucester from 2003, the Miracle Match. That's coming in second. But the winning one so far is Edinburgh versus Glasgow from last year's Pro 14. There you go. As a Scotsman, maybe you'll have to catch up on that one even if you can't watch it live. Big Will of Science. Yeah, the cancelling out thing, right? Yeah. That's a good shout, but I hate him for other reasons. God. What do you got against Elton? Elton seems like a relatively nice guy, right? Leo, I think it's a Murrayfield one because I believe Edinburgh is the home team on that one. Pretty sure. There's an ad for Domino's Pizza on, and to be honest, right now Domino's Pizza is looking pretty good. But you're not supposed to eat pizza at 10 o'clock at night. Sure, shouldn't be talking about this on the stream. I just saw a bunch of political stuff and I just kind of, didn't go with that. We've got an election coming up, so politics is real. A bit of pizza can't hurt. Don't tempt me, man. I don't need to be eating pizza right before I go to bed. Bad enough I'm drinking beer right before I go to bed. Some bad stories about Elton going around in South Africa, for real? What's Elton done? I think I saw on Courtnell Scorson's channel a long time ago, Elton drives a pretty flash car. That part I think I remember. Domino's is well greasy up here. What's it like in New Zealand? It's just standard pizza. It's pretty much the same as Pizza Hut, I think. I don't get pizza that often, to be honest. Isn't Elton Yankees, is it? Or am I talking rubbish? No, we're talking about Yankees. He's generally not a very popular figure in South Africa. He's pretty good at Super Rugby level where I quite like him. Doesn't usually step up at the international level for mine. But I definitely don't dislike him. But I know a lot of South Africans do. I figured his hair was a big part of the reason. Elton will party nights before games and 2 hours before a game he'll still be hungover. For real? Isn't he like married with a kid? What's he doing partying, man? Come on. We have 2 pizza places up the road from us. My husband mostly orders from the other place. I've got Domino's down the hill. I got Pizza Hut that way. And then Hell Pizza a bit further. I got at least 3 pizza joints. And there's like a pizza restaurant. Those things are still a thing. Down the road a bit as well. Quite liked him, always thought he was South Africa's second choice 10. Yeah, he has been for quite some time, although he couldn't make the bench with that bomb squad style that Rassie was going for the World Cup. Do you have Chippies? Is that a brand? Papa John's. Ah, we don't have Papa John's in New Zealand, but I've had it when I lived in China. Pollard has always been a gun 10, in my opinion. Elton Yankees is a Super Rugby player. He's not into this rugby player. I think that's pretty much the general consensus. I think it's probably pretty true. Super Rugby, I think he looks really good. Have you had a Sal's pizza? No, I haven't, but actually they have... I don't know if it's open yet, but there's one being renovated down the road from me as well. So I'll have 4 pizza places within walking distance. Not that you would walk to get a pizza. You would definitely get it delivered or definitely drive, because that's the way pizza works. If you're willing to walk for it, you're not getting a pizza. What happened to Pat Lambie? He retired. Too many injuries, man. Too many injuries. You're talking about fish and chip shops? Oh, bro, everywhere. Fish and chip shops, yes, everywhere. Everywhere. I've got 2 down that way. I've got 1 that way. They may actually be outnumbered by pizza shops, but yeah. Fish and chip shops, definitely. A lot of the ones here are owned by Chinese people, so they often do Chinese fast food and fish and chips as well. You can kind of get both. Fish and chips, potato fritters, pineapple fritters, crab sticks, hot dogs, the works, man. Mexican all day for me, giving me a burrito and you're happy. There you go. You call them chippies. Okay, for us the chippies are the actual chips. I have money on the Reds tonight. If and when they win, I might order some pizza. Bro, that's a good... If you're going to spend your winnings, you might as well make it on pizza. You can get a flyer which lets you have free pizza. Okay. Your 12-year-old biked up the road to buy a pizza for her lunch. That's commitment. Right. For the rugby that's on, rather than the pizzas, the Reds boys are defending like they've been offered pizza if they can keep the Rebels tryless. But Fa'amu Sealy wants to get over that line. Here we go. Try time, surely. Korobedi, oh, he's short. He's still short. Lamani's going to pass it. He goes open side. Oh, yeah, give it to Fa'amu Sealy. Come on. Make it happen. Oh, they've knocked it backwards. Lamani spotted a gap. McRae got him, I think. Or was it right? This has got to be a try. How long can the Reds hold out? They've been in for all money at least twice. Is it just me or do Kiwis like butter chicken? Yeah, butter chicken's everywhere. I had a butter chicken pizza yesterday. What can I say? Every Indian restaurant here has butter chicken as their #1 dish. All of them. And I work with a bunch of Indian guys that told me butter chicken's not supposed to taste like that. Oh, goodness. The Reds have turned it over. But then Liam Wright's knocked it on. How have they not scored? In Cape Town, we call it Chippy Fisheries and run by Portuguese. Bro, it's different. 44 minutes on the match clock. Just ticked over 44 now. If either team wins, I get takeaways tonight. Knowing my luck, it'll be a draw. Oh my goodness, I can't believe the Reds held them out. Huge period of pressure. It looked like at least 3 of the Rebels guys were going to go in for certain. I prefer something Asian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Malaysian. That's one good thing about having fish and chip shops usually run by Chinese people is that if someone wants fish and chips, they can get that. And usually they have like other stuff on the menu. Not always. They're not always got Chinese stuff on the menu too. Sometimes it's just fish and chips. But it gives you more options for people who don't want fish and chips. Did that seriously bounce off the Reds' prop's head? Come on, man. The Reds want to be under pressure. Indonesian rendang? Oh, yeah, man. Some laksa. I could go for a laksa right now. The Rebels have got a penalty. Do you reckon you kick it? Nope, Lamani's just tapped it. Farmasili's going for it and Tupo's got him again. Jeez, those guys don't like each other, eh? Red's defense is good. Have you ever had haggis? Bro, no, I've never had haggis. I think that's kind of a specialty food over here. Nando's is South African, bro. We got Nando's. I got Nando's just down the road. I'm not joking. There's a Nando's down the road. Yep. It's a wonder I'm not like 200 kilos with all the options that are around here, man. Seriously. Well, Tsupo's just helped Farmasili off the ground, so there you go. Maybe they do like each other. Bit of mutual respect, that's good. Like to see that. At this rate, 3/4 of this chat will be hungry as from food talk. I'm getting a bit peckish, bro. What can I say? Reds have had no ball this half, but they've been doing a lot of defending. So, and as Big Will puts it, they are tackling the crap out of the Rebels. Have you had a Lumi? For sure. There's a pub here that does battered deep fried haggis in Hong Kong. Is it any good? The guy who started that made more money in the UK than all the Bok players put together. Yeah, if you want to be rich, you get into business rather than sports, right? Like Roman Abramovich probably has a lot more money than all of his Chelsea players ever put together. Here in the desert, Pizza Hut has a range of fruit and chocolate-based pizza, all kinds of disgusting. Interestingly, you say that, because maybe this is a little bit of a cultural thing. Maybe the big Viet show can tell me how it is in Hong Kong. But Pizza Hut in China is kind of fancy. Not real fancy, not like five-star hotel fancy, but it's a little bit fancy. Now, when I was a kid, sometimes you had to book to go to Pizza Hut, and it was like a dine-in restaurant. Now, Pizza Hut is solely takeaway. It's run like it's got a counter and maybe 2 chairs, so you can sit and wait for your pizza. But in China, it's like going back in time to New Zealand back in like the 80s or 90s when it was like a little bit fancy. Order from a menu. You might have to wait to get a table. They've got fruit pizza as well. But yeah, it's just so weird that it's quite expensive. And it's definitely not like a just dial up a pizza. It's a dining experience. Oh, the Reds have just knocked it on. Wilson. Rebels can't find a way to be organised. Yeah, they keep scrambling. They're creating chances though, but the Reds' defence is just gobbling them up. In Scotland, it's still only a sit-in restaurant, and it's a buffet. For real. Ah, man, in New Zealand, all the buffet Pizza Huts are dead. All the restaurant Pizza Huts are dead. Every pizza place here. Oh, you guys might have lost me for a second. Hopefully I'm back. I was going to say all the pizza places here are all just takeaways. I went to Pizza Hut dine-in at Royal Oak by the roundabout years ago, like 15 years ago. Yeah, man, that's like 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 10 minutes from my house. It's just up the road. You can eat Pizza Hut in New Lynn, really? It must be one of the few ones that's left. Many of the offerings are adapted for local taste, though, which is the same in China. Yeah, for sure. Like the fruit pizza thing, they do lots of fried chicken and pasta and stuff. Francis says, go the Rebels. Man, they've had all the ball in the second half. But what do they have to show for it? Some nice stats, that's about it. No, it wasn't you, it was me. Don't know, the screen just went black and it was loading. Oh, Fatma Wasili's knocked it on. Tupo looks pretty shattered, though, to be honest. Alright, 50 minutes is up. Still no score in the second half. The Reds have been absolutely under the pump, though. So far, the Rebels' stats in the second half is 91% possession and 89% territory. That's madness. Yeah, they haven't scored any points. Hodge is a decent player. He's alright. Reasonably fast. Big old boot. Decent but not great tackler. Who's your guy's loose head prop for the All Blacks based on current form? I've been pondering this one today. Alongside 13, I feel like jersey number 1 is the other one that gives me the most trouble. Easy option is just to go Joe Moody. But has he been the best loose head? It was weird watching Bledisloe matches because McGregor was a Wallabies supporter even though he was born and always lived in New Zealand. Bro, isn't it usually the other way around? Like expat Kiwis still support the All Blacks after all those years? Oh, Reds have got the ball, but they're still in their own half. O'Connell with the exit. The score is 14 points to 3. I need to get a different whiteboard marker because that one's not very good. Offa has mostly been playing tight head, yeah, but he can play both sides. I think Tuna Kwafes, man, have been playing loose head for the Blues. I'll write this up again. That kick's too big. That's a 14. Come on, Rebels, for my Super Brew. No! I can't go with none from 3, man. Let me have 1. Who will Rennie pick for number 10 at the Wallabies? I thought if Lolosio was picked, I thought he might have got a run. Has Will Harrison been doing enough for the Tars? I even thought John O'Lance for a little bit, but I don't think so. Can't really pinpoint who secured the loose head position for 13. Maybe Goodhue. I thought Goodhue as well, but he's played, I think, exclusively 12. Like the last couple of months. Joe Moody is a safe choice at loose head. He's very rarely overpowered in the scrum. He's no Stephen Kitsoff or Beast, is he? Either Lawlessy or Harrison. Yeah, if you want to go for a more youthful option, I think those two are your guys. Probably Goodhue, but mostly on reputation. He hasn't been amazing. Got shown up by Munga Jensen. Yeah. Munga Jensen's been good in recent weeks, that's for sure. Gooney just knocks it on. Scrum time. Moody talent offers the front row, bro. You had the same list I had. ALB, Goodhue centers, or Rico 13 with ALB. Don't think Rico could be starting 13. He's definitely adapting, but he's more of a 12 than 13. I think he needs to get his defense sorted, but he's getting better. If I wanted to watch people kick a ball around, I'd turn on the bloody AFL on TV. There's a scrum. No kicking there. The Rebels are going to run it here. Jeez, at this rate, I'm not sure that the Reds are ahead by enough, man. How long can they keep defending like this? I'm not sure they can do this for another 25 minutes. Oh, Fa'amusili, go, man. Bloody hell, he's fun to watch. He's my favourite Aussie prop right now. God, he's just so much fun. He is just joyous. I have to write a note for that. I think he's going to get in the dream team just for that run. How's Auckland? It's okay, man. It's okay. I took the kids for a walk today. Got them to buy they got to buy a donut, so I gave them a little treat. It's still open. You just got to take it away. Didn't watch all the Chiefs games when I did. Didn't see anything amazing from ALB. He was steady without being spectacular, but that was the story of the Chiefs season. Maybe only Boshier was like a standout player from them, and Kane was pretty good. Not sure if go with Lamape at 12 or Rico 13 cover. I think if you're going to play Lamape, you start him at 12 and put Rico on the bench because Rico can cover half the back line. Big Will, even I was cheering for Amasili. He's the man, bro. I love him. He just loves a good run. Do you believe we'll have any international rugby this year? If I was putting money on it, I'd probably say no. But I'm trying to be optimistic, so I hope so. What about TJ Fa'ane at 13? I don't think he had a good enough campaign, man. He's more solid defensively than Harry Plummer, but I don't know that he was all that flash. Held up. He's going to have a look. TMO's going to have a look. Back through will be Reese, Jordan, and Bodie. Bodie at 15. Such a joy seeing a prop run like that, says Grant. Bro, I loved it. That may be my favorite moment of the day. Geordie has to start on the wing. Good thing about putting Geordie on the wing is he's a real good option for those cross kicks because he's a giant. Barrett 10, Reese 11, Goodhue 12, ALB 13, Jordan 14, Geordie 15. Could do it that way. 21 TJ, Lamape, DMAC. Right, 5-meter line out Rebels. They have to score. If they score, I reckon they win. If they keep coming up short, maybe I'll back the Reds defense to hold them, but I thought they might have got a turnover there. The Reds, they looked like they were over the ball. Nah, they've conceded on defense. Another penalty. They'll get warned soon. Would you have Barrett at 10 or 15, or do you think he should be on the bench? Honestly, on current form, I don't think he's the starting 10 or 15. Maybe on the bench. Can't deny Moonga the 10 jersey after his campaign. Agree 100%. He is the 10. He is the 10. Backline will be Smith, Moonga, Bridge, Laumape, ALB, Reese, and Jordan. That's an all Crusaders back three. I thought we could get some internationals up here, but now Boris is isolating the whole of the UK from rest of Europe. Is he really? What about that competition? The Six Nations resumption and the Eight Nations. Well, let's just try time. Bro, if they haven't scored here, I think the Reds will win it. If they've scored, I think the Rebels will win it. I think this is the moment. 59 minutes. This is the moment. Smith, Moonga, Reese, Lamape, ALB, Bridge, Bodie at 15. Smith, Moonga, Bridge, ALB, Goodhue, Barrett, and Barrett. Consistence, everyone picks Smith, everyone picks Moonga. The rest are variable. I don't know. I was at the Chiefs Hurricanes game in Hamilton, although I didn't want to see it. Geordie was really good. Bro, they've seriously not scored. Tate's haircut saved that try. Who has the best team? I'm going to do one of my own eventually. Wow, that's a really poor clearance from that 22 dropout. Oh, that goal line dropout. Oh, Tupou's putting on a bit of a big shift, man. Bit of a gap. Opens and closes. Has Bodie done enough to get a start for the ABs? I don't think so. Not on form. Maybe on reputation. I did think he was really good the first couple of weeks of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Maybe I was being a little bit fanboy because he was playing for the Blues. But I thought his kicking game at the back was really controlling things. But you don't pick Bowden Barrett for his like tactical kicking game, surely. You can pick Geordie for that and he'll give you extra meters. Territory stat. God, I don't want to read it with me having picked the Reds. Second half, territory is 90% Rebels. 90 bloody percent. Goodness me. Maybe Barrett have a bit of anything on the bench. That's what they used to do when Carter was still around. Yeah, he used to be a super sub. That was his role. Oh, the Reds have turned it over, but then the Rebels have ended up with it again. Look how slowly the Reds guys are getting up. They're knackered, man. They're absolutely shattered. I don't know that the Reds can keep this up, man, but it's got to be demoralizing for the Rebels not to be able to score. Sad to see the last game of Aotearoa, but as a Chiefs fan, you won't have to have any more losses for a while. Man, as a Blues fan, we went through like almost 2 whole seasons without beating a Kiwi team, so I do know how you feel. Wilson's gone off, Scott Young's come on, so that'll be a bit of fresh tackling. Take a bow, Reds. Massive defense. Man, they've been immense. Absolutely. Does anybody have a clue who'll make the Wallabies? They've got some massive choices to make, man. Dave Rennie, for sure. McDermott, 9. On fitness, Will Harrison, 10. Tamua, 12. Bit of experience. 13. Has Current Rani been good enough? Zimbabwe, how's it going, mate? Fantastic defense, Reds, 100%. Simon, how's things in China, bro? Thoughts on the overall competitiveness of the Aussie League? I don't think it's as bad as everyone's making out, to be honest. I think it's alright. I still think Aotearoa has been better, but I don't think it's as dire as a lot of people seem to suggest. Lamani falling all over the Rebels players at the ruck. If the rest are consistent, they'll be penalised. Aaron's one. God, the Rebels have to score here. Come on. They got to let him go, though. Short again. 8 phases. Shows good man moved to Shenzhen 2 weeks ago. Bro, nice. You've been hanging out with the Barrett boys? I think I saw you with the Barretts, right? Bro, look at those. Oh my goodness. Why would you wear bright pink underwear? Oh, they are. They're Melbourne. Those are Melbourne Rebels undies. Holy crap! I didn't need to see that. No South Africans means you're not interested. Oh man, come on, Simon. Who's your New Zealand team? We'll be catching up with them soon. Yeah, they do seem like a bit of fun, bro. I watch their stuff sometimes. Blues. Okay, Simon. Good man. I like that answer. One of the TARS players had his bare ass showing in the match the other day. Well, ALB had his pants pulled down, wasn't it, at the World Cup? So, yeah, it happens. It's part of the job. Oh, the tip pass. Surely this is a try. How many times have the Reds got out of jail? Have they been down the flipping Rebels end this half? James O'Connor just gets on the ground to make sure they can't score a try on top of his back. How long can you keep doing this, man? Are the gyms open in New Zealand? Nah, gyms aren't open, man. Oh, well, in other parts of New Zealand probably, but not in Auckland. Sorry, it's me being an Aucklander thinking New Zealand is all Auckland. Pink undies looks like I'm on Frank's. Man, 11 phases. Oh my god, why didn't Corabetti throw that pass? This is awesome. Yeah, bro, this is madness. They've just been defending for so long. Daramundi, how's it, man? Are you watching this? This is mental. I think the Reds have just been warned for a yellow card, potentially. Weber, McKenzie, Talia, Goodhue, Enor, Clark, Jordan. That's the All Blacks B team. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the first one, man. Second half, 105 tackles to 4. 105 to 4. And there's a second ball on the pitch. Rebels line out Maul is going to go over for a try. Finally. Oh no. Bro, are you serious? Nice Arani does not look like a happy chappy. Simon, mate, this is mental. Simon, are you watching on Rugby Pass in China? And are you on here with like a VPN or what? How does that work with your bandwidth? Are you kidding me? They've bloody knocked it on. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh man. Thing about the Aussie games, the skill level is a bit less than the Kiwis, but the entertainment if it's great. Yeah, the individual skills I don't think are quite on par. You see more bits of individual brilliance, but rugby's a team game. Alaran says, "Fuck's sake." Yep. That was lucky and close for the Reds. God, how many have they had? Second ball on the field pretty much sums up Aussie rugby right now. On the VPN connection's fine. Majority of the time, I'm not on Rugby Pass. Use a local stream for the game. VPN obviously for YouTube commentary. Okay. Good man. Glad to know VPN is still working China in case I ever head back. Reminds me of a Cheetahs Lions game from years past. Not the greatest, but my God, insane. Who is your South African team, Simon? Ashamed to say I don't remember. Right, 67 minutes. And it's the Rebels who are still hammering on the door. Oh, if they held him up, no, there's a tackle. They'll let him go. How long can the Reds guys keep this up? Tim, man, good morning. How was your relaunch of the Premiership? Watching Quins and Sale with your mates. Sharks. Okay, well, the Cheetahs were always Darling team, so team that was in bloody good form. Should have picked up the second ball and gone over. They should have. It's the only way they're going to beat this Reds defense at the moment. Rebels coach has left the chat. They got to get something for it. You're right, man. You feel like the Reds guys are just going to fall over any minute now. How do you make like 105 tackles and still have energy? O'Connor's just going to hoof it. Hodge is going to kick it back. Play a bit of aerial ping pong. Give the forwards a chance to rest, maybe. So they truck it up, truck it down. Found touch, thank goodness. They can have a breather. Michael looks at we might get a fourth stream for the Gloucester game. Bro, no, I'm going to bed after this. I'm going to bed. This is the third stream of the day. My bed is calling me already. Get Korobidi off. Get Nasarani off. Who said defense can't win games? I mean, I know sometimes like we watch games and they're really low scoring. And I do a review and people in the comments are like, that game was crap. Boring. Like, this is not boring. This is intense as. Like, maybe more intense than the game earlier today, which had 1,200, 1,300 run meters. Because that game, the Hurricanes weren't even in it. After they conceded all those points. You feel like, though, if the Rebels can score, it's absolutely game on. Last night was good. I was chatting to him about you in the channel. Showed him the channel. Oh, okay. Doing a bit of marketing for me, bro. I'm sure he's got better things to do this time. But anyway, I appreciate it. Whew. As long as you had a good time and your boy looked like he had a bit of a good one as well. Big Will, man, that Reds defense. Absolutely. Cheers, man. Uh-oh. It's about to get worse. Buying Amos has just been yellow carded. They're going to have to defend with 14 men. Fleshing, this is entertainment, bro. You're right. Reckon the Reds could take over the COVID border patrols from the Queensland Police. They're not letting anything through at the moment, man, but there's still 10 minutes. You can score a lot of points in 10 minutes. The Rebels only need to score twice. Bro, my Super pick is still hanging in there. But these Reds guys must be shattered. Those Reds must be clicking finally. Bro, the Reds haven't had any ball in the second half. They've spent 30 minutes defending. They're mauling it. They've taken it to ground themselves. What can the Rebels offer us here? Go the Reds, send them back to their soy lattes and coronavirus. Aren't they based in New South Wales at the moment? Get him a bigger chair. How small was that chair? That's true as well. Now or never, Rebels. Oh, what happened there? It would be, I mean, a kind of hilarious if the Reds could get like an intercept try. Oh, they've given away a penalty though. Aussie Ben Franks has been awesome since he lost his shorts. Kiefer mentions Murphy started with the Sunwolves every game. I don't know that. Obviously, just block him out. I just cashed out the sports bet, take my winnings while the Reds still ahead. That may be a wise move, man. Is it still enough to buy your pizza? Oh, the Rebels have just knocked it on. That is brutal. That was Lamani. Are you kidding me? I think it's advantage. It's advantage Reds right now. Like there might be a man down. They might not have any ball, but man. The Rebels just can't buy a trick. Surprised Dave Vest has got any hair left. He must be pulling it out. How's as one of the new colleagues is a bit of a China old boy rugby head. Guess he's bought a new pair of boots before his 30th. Oh, for real? I've never been to Shenzhen, bro. I hope it's good down there. I'll have to get back at some point once we can clear to travel. Haven't been for ages. Oh, guess who's bought a new pair of boots? There you go. There you go. Bro, here we go. Stuart. Go, man. Reds, score. You bastards. Honestly, you are absolute bastards. That's rude. You guys haven't had a shit show this whole half. And the first time you get down there 22, you just score a bloody try. Bro, that's just, I mean, I'm pretty happy because I picked the Reds, but bloody hell, man. That is... and with a man down. For goodness sake. For goodness sake, man. Oh. Border's opening slowly. Hope so. Heartbreak moment, just like the old cheetah games. There you go, man. Oh. That's brutal. Says Fleshin. Big Will. Oh yeah, take that, Rebels. Soy lattes. Oh man. Cheers, Big Will, bro. Your Reds are doing it. How do you feel if you're a Rebels guy right now? Was this because I cashed out now they score? That's always the way. Oh, he's missed the conversion. 19 points to 3. Only been in there for 20 seconds and boom, try. I know, right? Oh, how is that possible? Insult to injury is exactly right. Displaying the life ain't fearless. Yep. Man. Oh, here go the Rebels. Maybe. I'm strutting around the living room like a peacock. It's just so ridiculous. The Rebels have God knows how many chances to score. They blow all of them or get tackled into the dirt, and the Reds are just like straight down the other end, middle finger raised. This is how you do it. It's hilarious. If I was a Rebels fan, I would be pretty pissed off right now. Oh, another penalty. Take the 3, man. It's a disgrace. You guys can't score any points. Sack the Rebels defense coach. They'd just forgotten that they had to defend, man. They've had so much ball. Simple pleasures for you, 2 cents. Whatever works, man. Whatever keeps you happy. Are the Rebels going to at least get some points before the 80 is up? Surely they have to. Ah, they've knocked it on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. The Reds are just, oh man, a brick wall the second half. Game over. I think that's it, bro. That's it. Well, at least Albert gets his pizza. Big Will gets to strut around his lounge like a peacock with the missus away from home. And Super picks correct. So, good times. Good times. There's only like 2 minutes to go. Oh, that's a bonus point win at this rate. It's a bonus point win. Bad luck, Rebels. Sorry, Rebels fans. Sucks to be you. It was fun watching the Rebels 5 to 10 meters out from the whole second half. Pizza time. Thanks everyone for a good night. Yeah, man, Albert. Enjoy the pizza, bro. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, the fact that it's a bonus point win is really insult to injury at this stage, unless the Reds can, well, unless the Reds concede one. Dwayne says, boom, at this rate. That's all it's going to be. 1 minute left at this rate by the time the scrum gets set. God knows what Brad Thorne is thinking. Man's got a poker face if ever I've seen one. Rebels not creative enough. Man, half chances, eh? But they're nothing solid. Full day of rugby today, says Tim. I'm loving you're loving it. Your wife's not so much. I will bet. She's over the moon that the premiership's back, huh? $40 to go. Can the Rebels get a consolation try to take that bonus point away from the Reds? Yellow card's got 5 seconds left. The game has got... Oh, and they've messed up the line out. Are you kidding, man? Bro, honestly, you guys are disgraceful today. You honestly suck. You don't even deserve anything out of this game. The Reds deserve a bonus point if you guys are going to play like that. Oh, but they turned it over. Oh, they've got a penalty. It's like being kicked in the nuts and then having your pants pulled down, essentially. If this game finishes with the Rebels knock on, that would be very appropriate. There it is. There it is. That's it. Oh, man. Well, that game was mental. That second half was just unbelievable. I would hate to be one of the Rebels players going to that changing room now. Dave Vessels has admitted he can lose his temper. If he's not losing his shit, something's wrong with him. Unbelievable. Honestly, that's... Anyway, how do you play that dominant and just suck at the same time? Anyway. Very, very entertaining game. Very, very entertaining. Low scoring, relatively, compared to the other game, but I'll take it, man. That was full on. Anyway, if you guys are staying up to watch the next game, the Premiership one, Worcester and Gloucester, enjoy that one. I am going to go to bed. I'll quickly do a review of this game, and I'm going to go to bed. Never heard me say shit before. Well, yeah, I don't usually swear on the streams, but that Rebels effort there was just absolute shit. Come on, honestly. That was... How do you be that crap? Anyway, yeah, cheers, Big Will. And, yeah, Simon, Darmundi, Jordan, Big V8 Show, Flesh and Albert, enjoy your pizza. Grant, Zimbabwe, everybody else. Tim, take care. And I will see you guys again for another one. I'm thinking we might do a make-up stream for the Crusaders Blues game, which is off tomorrow, but we'll see how we go. All right, guys. Anyway, take care. Have a good one.